Number between 1 and 50. Go. Number between 1 and 50. Go. 1 and 50. Need to fill a spot. Need to fill a spot. One and 50. The number's right here inside here. It's actually in the chute. It's over here. Okay, there's a guy. There it is. There it is. Cobalt. The answer was 3. The answer was 3. Cobalt was the first 3. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. So we've got one more to fill up on the board there. Gonna have to get one more person on the board. Okay, we'll get to that shortly, but we have a couple of other things to cover first. Good morning to everybody. Have you guys all been saying good morning to each other? I don't see very many likes up there. There's like 3,812 people here and 4 likes. What's going on with that? You want to be here, but you don't like it? Kind of freaky. Likes are to help other people, not to help you or me. I promise. I promise. Okay, so yesterday, I said get goofy. Do you remember that, Kylie? I told people to be goofy yesterday and caw. And then if they posted something on their IG yesterday, Pops would send them something just to get the goofiness rolling. Well, some of you did it. It was pretty cool. I was like, that's pretty funny. Well, let me show you a couple. There's a couple I couldn't get into my other thing because it wouldn't save. But does anybody want to see a rando caca this morning? Give me 5 people that are looking for rando caca. And by the way, thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for that. Who wants to see one of the rando cacas? I saved them for you. Okay. Ghastly. Sick is okay. You can caw anytime you want. Okay, here we go. Okay, that was it. Let's do it again. He's in nature. Oh. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. What's he doing it to? That's catch more. You guys, look here. Wait. Whoa. Catch more. Okay. It doesn't sound real, Penny. We sent him something. I promise. Okay? Who does that? He's out by this. Wait, how's it looking? It's like this stream. There we go. That's better. Okay, that was a good one. Catch more. That's not bad. Oh, is Billy D home? Oh, Billy D, you better go watch the rest of T this week. You got a bunch of lovers. All right. Here, you guys, who wants another one? Wait for it. This one was coming from, let me see, R&R Shrooms. R&R Shrooms. I couldn't get it on Detroit Mush Lab because I'm not a follow. You're not my follower. You don't let me follow you. Something's missing. R&R Shrooms sent us one. It was nice. It was a picture inside of his tub, his shroom grow tub, and cacaws were coming out of the inside of his tub. Okay, so that was a good one. All right, this one is my tearjerker. This one's my tearjerker favorite coming. Okay, thanks R&R. Okay, this is my favorite, second favorite. Absolutely treasure this. This goes in the save pile. You can't fake that, Kyle. So that's Niffer and Cleany's little girl, Ava. She pretends she likes Pops. Hags, is that outstanding? How much do you love that giggle? I keep playing it to myself. I'm not kidding. I must have played that Cleany. And if I probably played that 100 times yesterday. Had to send it to a friend. This is. Aw. Okay, you can't buy this one, Hags. Okay, that's so sweet. Ava, you rule. Okay. Then I said get goofy, right? Get goofy with it. Get goofy with it. Okay, Penny, what? You can't find your address. Oh, Penny, stop. Okay. Cleaning, that was so precious is a good word, Jimmy. Okay, then we've got a goofy couple. This is a very, very well produced. These others have been nice. They've been just wonderful, but we also have a production team. We sent a production team from the Detroit Mush Lab down to Texas on an overnight flight so we could film this one. Give me 5 people that are interested in seeing it. Okay? Then just give me 5. That'd like to see what did we film down in Texas? Silenced and me and married and Hags wants to see Carl. Carl, please let me see. All right, so we flew down to Texas. Okay, and we brought all of our technical equipment with us, lighting, gaffing, all of that. Okay, got down there. Okay. All right. Okay, his MVP looks like he's on it, right, Steve? You didn't even have to talk him hard into it. He's like there. Like this is great. Okay, Hags, now you gotta tell me something. Tell me something. That's a couple that's staying together for another week. They're not divorcing this week, not those two. Okay. Magic is happening right here, right now. This is magic. I don't know where Kim is. Mike, I think, is working this morning. Oh, this is my dog is looking at the TV. Good morning, Bill. That come on. Come on, we have a sweetness trophy for the Ava, but this is the creative one. Kim, I praise you two for doing that, and I'm going to take credit for keeping your marriage together for another week. Okay? There's no way a couple plays like that together, cacaws together, that they don't. I guarantee you they had more fun after this filming, right? Cleany, tell me you and Niffer didn't have more fun. I'm not talking goofy. I'm just saying fun. All it took was a single cacaw to bring them together. At the divorce court, how's that? I'm going to sign up. There's a mediator. You have to go outside and you have to see the mediator, but you also have to go outside and you have to talk to the cacaw guy. Okay, you both have to say, if you can say cacaw together, I'm going to go back in and tell the judge they're not ready. They're not ready. They can still work this out. Okay. All right. So we're going to have a cacaw counseling. Am I right? If you can cacaw together, you can still work it out. Not that they were having a problem. I don't mean that, but I'm just thinking that out loud. Let's get another person on the wheel. Hags, am I right? If you can cacaw together, you're not done. Don't even know. There's a little more effort. Just get a little more effort. Middle of a really messy divorce, Slingy. They call you in for cacaw counseling. Are you going? Would you go? There's still a chance, Hags. You mean there's still? That means I still have a chance. That is a really cute video. I can't stop thinking about it. Okay, a couple of cacaws together, stays together. Honey, I'd like you to go out with me tonight. I know we've been fighting a lot lately, but I'd really love you to, if we could just go out, maybe drop by a chicken farm, and let's try to work it out tonight. You tell me she isn't going with you. She's getting in the car. Okay, that's a lot of work, Penny. You know you're getting in the counselor. Speedy. You're getting in the car with dude. You know, and he's like, well, he's trying. They just want to see you try. Counseling. They just want to see you try. I promise. At this point, that's all that's left. Just let me see something. That was really funny. Thank you. Let's do get in the car, Penny. Penny's been on a roll this week. Penny, get in the car. We're going to counseling. That's just it, though. You don't have to go. You just make a little film. You can do counseling in your living room. Okay? I gotta get some coffee first. You're stupid, Cobalt. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I shouldn't have showed those videos. Off and running we go. January birthdays. Did you guys did you get your birthday? No, you have a January birthday, it's just to the end of today. Don't try adding next week. Oh, Pops, I didn't know. I know you didn't know. I can't help you. It was a one-time deal, 3 or 4 days. Get your name in to Niffer Mama. Niffer Mama's going to give me a list at about 2 or 3 this afternoon. Boop, that's when it's closed. And I'm gonna try to send a birthday present out to everybody that had reached out to her and told her it was your birthday this month. So make that happen, and then don't come back next week and say I didn't know it was supposed to happen. Next, Let's get another person on the wheel. We need one more up there. So we're going to do Trivial Pursuit. Okay? I'm going to read 4 statements. 2 of those statements are not going to be true. 2 will. You'll tell me which 2 statements are true after I've read all 4. Okay? Right, nerdy? Don't come back next month and say it was my birthday last month. Okay. The Middle Eastern, okay, I'm going to read the statements. 4 of them coming now. Ready? Get your stuff ready. Think of which 2 of these are not correct and which 2 are correct. The Middle Eastern news channel Al Jazeera means oasis in Arabic. Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, and Christina Aguilera were all cast members of the Mickey Mouse Club in the 90s. Kent State is where the National Guard opened fire on a group of students protesting the U.S. bombing of Cambodia. And Julius Erving of the Philadelphia 76ers wore number 42. Go. Which 2 statements were true? You're giving me the true statements. You're giving me the true statements. Okay, I have the first 3. Let me read the statements to you. I see the first 3 on here that have it correct. The 2 lies were the Middle Eastern news channel Al Jazeera does not mean oasis. It means, it means island. It means island. So 1 was false. 2 was correct. Mickey Mouse Club. 3 was correct. Kent State. So 2 and 3 were both the correct ones. And then the 4th one was incorrect. Julius Erving did not wear number 42. He wore number 6. So the first 3 people on my screen that I saw get 2 and 3 as the answer were Clean Grow. Clean Grow. Cleaning, you're going to be number 1. Sling Blade, you're going to be number 2. And then we've Smarty Pants Whiskey. Whiskey's here, and Whiskey decides, you know what, I'm going to answer the first question all week. And of course, I'm on the board. Go, Whiskey 3. Whiskey Whisk. Whiskey Whisk. Now Whiskey moves from the little board to the big board. Let's do that. Let's move from the little board to the Whiskey board. Here we go. Oh, I shouldn't have kept this uncapped. Excuse me. Let me get a little ink in that pen, and we'll put his name on that spot. The Whiskey Whisk spot. Good job. Good job. Okay. Good morning to everybody. We having a good morning so far? So we've covered everything. January birthdays, cacaws, all that kind of stuff. There's going to be... we'll talk about that later. Let's get back to, if it's okay with you guys, to a little bit of fungi physics. Can we do a little bit of fungi physics here? Oh, wait. I do have one more caw. No, I take that back. I do have one more caw. This is hilarious. This, right before we go to class, Hags, let's look at one more. Oh my goodness. I forget who sent me this yesterday. This, I'd never seen before. Drop dead hilarious. Let's finish caw. Okay. Okay. I'm still, I don't get it, man. I don't know why caws are so darn funny nowadays.
Rushed to the hospital.
Okay, but they sure are. Hold it, Bob. Stop. Kyle, I don't remember ever seeing. I watched Three Amigos, and I don't remember seeing that scene. Okay, you too, Dookie. You too. That is so darn funny. Okay, hey, he finally just gave up, man. Just look up here. Free. It started out this perfect little whistle. It was such a perfect. It's perfect. Like that was all he should have had to do. Okay, but no. What were the two down there waiting for? Okay. Okay, all right. We'll move on from caws this morning. But I like us to be goofy. I think I mentioned that. Okay. Oh, he totally lost it, Free. He totally lost it. And they're getting busted tonight, those guys. Okay. Fungi physics. All right. The goofy. Let's get serious, and we're going to talk serious business now. We're talking about serious stuff. That's called fungus. Oh, gosh darn, that's funny. Okay. I'm just here for the cause. Nothing more, nothing less. I want you guys to watch this. I want you to watch this. We're talking fungi physics here, right? For the last day or two. Please watch. An experiment reproduced the surface tension catapult used by fungi to launch spores. When the two droplets touch, they release energy and launch the spore into the air. Okay? And we're going to definitely get back with our fungus cliffhanger. Watch this. That's how, Mama, that's how it launches. The water and the surface friction of that droplet are going to launch this spore. Okay? Obviously, this is incredibly microscopic photography, and I think they've slowed it down quite a bit too. I'm freaking out. So you'll notice there was a little water droplet right next to it already, next to the spore. And then the experimenter is dropping, he's just expanding that one water drop and creating surface friction. And that surface friction is what does the launch. I'm going to play this one more time. Okay? So it starts out with that water droplet right next to the spore. This is one of the reasons why when we make spore prints, Ace, I think it's a lot faster in nature. I think they've slowed it down for the film. You'll notice when we make spore prints in nature, when we make spore prints, and we're going to discuss that here, adding a little moisture to the environment that you're printing in creates better prints. Here's your reason why. Boom, I'm out of here. I'm off to make new fungus. That's pretty cool, am I right? Give me 5 people said, wow, that's cool. Okay? Yeah, nerd. He takes off a jiggly, doesn't he? Yeah. So let's go back. Let's do a little repeat. If we remember, this is the sterigma. This is the sterigma right here. These are the spores attached to a sterigma. This is the guy in the buller, the guy in the very beginning of the 20th century, the Einstein of mycology, and he was graphing some trajectories of spores. Okay? We see the sterigma right here. Once again, we see an open sterigma that's probably already released its spore. Okay? And then all these other spores waiting for launch. Okay? Then we wanted to know, according to this guy here, one of the most poetic terms in biology/nature, according to this author, is this point, right where it attaches the sterigma to the spore, that spot right there. How many of you on here, how many of you went and looked it up after and said, I'm not going to be stuck on a cliff. I'm going to go look it up for myself? I know a lot of you waited for today and we're going to discuss it. But did any of you go look it up for yourself? Deciding to not stick around on my cliff? Who looked it up for themselves? I waited. Hags looked it up. Not surprised. Who looked it up? Who cheated and snuck ahead in the book? No. It wouldn't have been a bad thing if you had. Okay? Thank you, Penny. There's a point at the top of the sterigma. I resisted, Derek Anderson. I wanted to so bad. Okay? Mushy, have a good weekend. I wouldn't have minded if you went and looked it up, but I also don't mind that you waited. Here it is. The point at the top of the sterigma has one of the most poetic names in biology. I don't know why he says that. but it's called the punctum lacrymen. Most poetic name in biology. Punctum lacrymum. Lacrym. What the? This is not poetic. Punctum lacryman. Punctum lacryman. First of all, I'm having a hard time saying it. No, bro, I'm not buying it. Dr. Pringle's all excited. Dr. Pringle. Dr. Pringle, you better get back in the can. It's called the punctum lacryman. I'm so excited. Dr. Pringle jumped out of a can just to get excited about. It just sounds like a regular old biology term to me. Okay? Jesus Christ, I think I agree with you for the first time in this week. Okay? Something about it, either its texture or its chemistry, means that it accumulates water from the surrounding environment. Well, what do you mean, something about it? Come on, Pringle. It's a cup. It's its own little, come on. Well, there's just, I can't explain it. Okay, I'm so confused. Why will it hold water? Because it's a Pringle. I need another class. Give me a different professor. Most poetic name in. All right. I'm going to ask Brock later. He's the poet. He's the poet around here. Okay. Almost. I hope I didn't keep you guys on the cliff for too long on that one. Neat term. Buller hypothesized that when the tiny sphere of fluid, it's now called, listen, remember that he's the father of, he's the Einstein of mycology, right? It's now called a Buller's drop. It's called a Buller's drop. The little drop that gets your spore to go dink. Now that's, I think, the coolest thing. That's more poetic. That's really poetic to me. Historically poetic. How would you like to be? Who wants their name named for the principle of when the spore shoots out? When the water droplet, I'm the water droplet that starts the spore. I freaking want to be that guy so bad. It's called a Buller drop, Buller. When the Buller drop touches the liquid on the spore, the two merge, releasing the surface tension energy and launching the spore. It's a Buller drop, Buller. Good morning, Sasa. Sasa getting donuts. The launching was very, very, okay. This is later on. This is Buller, early 20th century. He's still hypothesizing and coming up with the physics of the launch. Later on, Dr. Money comes along. Dr. Money says Dr. Buller had it very close. He said the launching was so fast that no one knew for sure. Other scientists offered ideas like, Jesus Christ, we want you to turn off your phone for about a minute. I don't want you to hear this one, because I know you won't stop. So before I tell you what this other term is, we're going to have to ask Jesus Christ to put his phone on mute. Okay? It's not going to work out very well. I'm already foreseeing the future, much like Jesus Christ does. And I know that when he hears this term, it's not going to work out well for the rest of us here. So Jesus Christ, are you on mute yet? Okay? It's not extra loud. Jesus, you need to mute your phone. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to say the term. Nippy, do you think he's actually muted it? Seriously, Whiskey, did Jesus Christ, who thinks Jesus Christ muted his phone? Here comes the term. Other scientists offered ideas like the squirty sterigmata. That's the theory. It's called the squirty sterigmata, where bursting bubbles and electrostatic repulsion is what causes it.
No, that's poetic.
That's poetic.
That's poetic.
Okay, the poet says squirty sterigmata. Okay, Jesus Christ, you can turn your phone back on now. Okay? Jesus Christ, you can turn your phone back on. More than a decade ago, Dr. Pringle, after he got out of his can, and Dr. Money turned to ultra-high speed video cameras, like we see here, capturing 100,000 frames a second. 100,000 frames a second. So these guys aren't just mycologists. They are serious photographers now. They're filming with high-speed video cameras, capturing 100,000 frames a second to fill in some of the blanks of this process. Even that was not quite fast enough to capture all the details that were going on. How do you come up with a camera that's doing 100,000 frames a second? Just so you could film squirty sterigmata? In the new experiment, polystyrene spheres were sliced in the shape of spherical caps, mimicking the shape of a spore. A lens-shaped drop of water with some ethanol mixed in to make it sticky enough to stay on the surface was added on top of the flat side. Drips from an inkjet printer created the buller's drop next to it until it touched the liquid on the plastic spore. The merging was still fast, less than 1,000th of a second, but slow enough to be studied. When they coalesce, they actually get the bounce, which is precisely what we see in nature, Dr. Money said. In other words, he got the money shot. That's the film that we see, is the film that they are using that's been slowed down, quote unquote, to 1,000 frames per second. And they're mimicking what happens. Okay? Whiskey, you got that. You got that one. Researchers also used computer simulations to show how the merging launched the spear at right angles to the surface. It will typically always take off. Here's you got your surface, straight up. It typically is always going to take off at right angles. There goes the spore. It has a launch angle at right angles to the surface. This is the perfect direction for the spore to safely ride air currents. How does it know? This evolution stuff's pretty amazing. One of the eons ago, it was like it shot it straight out, and it was like, hey, we're not lasting very long. So somewhere along it evolved and said, let's change our trajectory angle on the spores. And you know what? Hey, that trajectory angle, we're getting more mycelium. It's gratifying after so many years, Dr. Chen said. We finally saw how to explain this century-old puzzle of directionality. It also could conceivably have practical uses. Imagine a surface that cleans itself, flinging away any dirt particles that land on it. That's the end of that article. Give me 10 people that were like, whoa, that was good. Monday, we're going to talk about, I know many of them have done these before Tuesday. We're going to make spore prints. We're going to do spore prints. Many of you are like, yeah, spore prints. Not a minute. Really? Bet you can make the best prints you've ever seen if you follow this one extra little procedure that some of us don't think about. Actually, I'm going to give you two little hints. I'm going to give you two little pop hints that are going to explain to you. Are going to give you, when you look at it, you're going to go, it's easily the best print I've ever seen in my life. Okay? So, good stuff right there. Good stuff right there. I really enjoyed our sporology class this week. We'll continue and going back and grabbing little pieces of information. But next week, we're going to do spore prints. And we're going to get into how to start your liquid cultures and your spore cultures. We're going to be culturating. We're going to be talking about making jars and syringes of the beginner baby fluid. Okay, of our mushroom amniotic fluids. Let's do our first giveaway. First giveaway. And then we're going to be in love. First giveaway. Here we Oh, let's see. Remind me, who was it that got on the board that I couldn't write it? Remind me who that was. Who was it that whiskey? That's right. That's right. Okay, there we go. Whiskey's practically a ghost. Okay. Whiskey it was. Thanks, Eggs. Okay. Whiskey's practically a ghost, but believe it or not, that says whiskey. I forgot to cap this, so it's going to take a while for it to get. Here we go. Oh, whiskey's a complete OG. All right, here we go. Michael Allen. Michael Allen it is. Michael Allen's going to get the first prize of today. Michael Allen's going to get today's very first prize. Michael Allen is going to get this rather lovely ghost. Rather lovely. Let's take a quick look at that ghost. Michael Allen. A little 4-ouncer, a little 4-grammer. Okay, a little 4-grammer. Michael Allen. So, Michael, do me a favor. Get me your address at the DetroitMushLab.net, and we get to send that to you. It was nice of Michael Allen, if you guys remember early in the week, when Michael Allen qualified for that spot. Michael Allen wrote to me and he said, "Hey, Pops, give up my spot for Bill D. Would you give up my spot for Billy D?" And I said, "Why don't I give you both a spot?" So the universe just thanked Michael Allen for his generosity. Am I right? Okay, that was pretty close. Hags, you're smart out there. Michael Allen. All right, let's we're gonna do 3 more giveaways here today. Okay? And if your name isn't on the board, don't worry, you still have a chance to win. We're gonna do a big, everybody included again at the very end. What? Am I surprising you? My name's not on the wheel. There's no point in being here. Stick around. Stick around because we're gonna do a wheelless. Okay? We're gonna do a wheelless one. I came across a friend. we worked out a deal. Helping him out. Let's put it to you that way. Helping him out. And the way we're helping is by moving a little bit of something that he's something. I'm trying to talk in riddles, you riddly riddles. Because I don't want to be Joe Super Obvioso. Because we do enough felonies here. We do enough felonies here, let's be honest with one another. But we're gonna add. We're adding a felony to the list. You know that Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. You know that Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds does not mean LSD. Did you know that? What was the story on that? There's a story on that. That was clear as mud, all right, moms? That is not, I forget what the story is. But culturally, we've turned it into, tell it that means Lucy in the sky. No, it's not. Lucy, what's the story again? Should I look it up real quick? I have to look it up. Lucy and Free had a gym class together. Wait, there's got to be a story behind Lucy. One sec. I know that I read this recently. I know it's not lysergic acid diethylene. Lucy, wait. Story of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Here it is. It's more innocent than we can possibly imagine. Mark Zamarin's got it right. John Lennon said that his inspiration for the song came when his 3-year-old son Julian showed him a nursery school drawing that he called Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and it was depicting his classmate Lucy O'Donnell. Okay? Would you guys please, just let it be innocent? Come on. Why do we have to take Julian's wonderful little... Pops, look at my picture. Poppy, Pop, look at my picture. I'm 3. Poppy. And what do? Who's ever heard LSD called Elvis? Elvis. Is that one of its nicknames? What's one of its street names? Elvis. I know, Slingy, I remember I heard that before and I forgot. Sid and Uncle Sid. I've never heard it called Elvis before. I looked up this morning on the Google. Street names for LSD. Elvis? I don't want Elvis to have a street name named for LSD. Straighty Blotter's on the list. Microdop's on the list. Why does Elvis have to be on the list? I don't want Elvis on the list. I could think of so many other people I'd put on the list before I put Elvis on the list. Does Elvis do a lot of LSD? I'm clueless now. I'm getting confused. Elvis stayed in the building after that. Yeah, Jester, it definitely rhymes. LS Elvis D. What? Because the sequins look like a bad trip. So basically you're wearing an Elvis outfit. You take a bad trip, you're on an Elvis outfit? Yeah, so you got named Elvis sold me my last legit hit. I don't know about you guys. Well, that makes sense now. Oh, that's so funny. Last guy to sell me it was named Elvis. Yeah, I thought he was the upper downer guy, not hallucinogens. Oh, that's funny, Ghastly. That is funny. Okay, okay. You know what else I don't like about it? Let's be honest. It's the same difficulty you kind of have when you're dispensing. Not that's not the right word. Distilling. When you're distilling some alcohols and/or shroom, blue juice, tinctures, even capsules. Not capsules. Capsules is that straight up fruit. There's so many things that we really don't know how accurate it is when we quote a dose. Is that a true statement? We really don't know. Unless we were there doing the actual it ourselves, doing the additives, we're taking the. That's why it's really neat, especially at the capsule level or fruit. That's why fruit works so well, because you get straight fruit. You know you're doing fruit. That's why it's good to keep it within, known suppliers. You know somebody's not going to give you something that hasn't been somewhat looked into. So for me, it's a little hard. It's a little hard to. I don't want to get involved. Personally, I really don't. Unless I can do something that I know, I know it's accurate. I know it's right, and I know this is what we do. Anyways, long story. It's a long story. I made a little bit of joke about it, and I'm obfuscating quite a bit, jump around the corners here. A friend of mine, we're helping out, good guy, and he had Elvis cubes. He has some Elvis cubes that we're going to help him with, and we're offering those out there. And the price is going to be ridiculously good, I think. The report that we get is you take one cube and you can cut it in half. Two guys go out for the night and they end up leaving their car in the parking lot and they have to take a cab ride home. One of them leaves a wallet in the car, in the cab. That's never happened before. So a good time was had by all on a splitsy. So I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I'll stand responsible for things, but I don't know, because I haven't done them myself. Yeah, you don't want to drive with Elvis, B. Hendrix. They stayed home. I mean, they got a car to pick them up, so Elvis had a ride home. We're told when you're with the Elvis stuff, you measure the doses in milligrams, not micrograms and not grams. You're doing them like in milligrams, as it were. Okay? So it's even smaller because it's coming from an eye drop. And they're supposed to take these and drop a little drop. Mr. Phillips has it correct. You're supposed to take a little drop on top of a sugar cube and boop, whatever you're putting in there. We stand behind them. So check them out on the site. You're helping a friend, help a friend. And limited supply. And that's probably a good idea. Straighty saying wear gloves. I don't really know. We personally haven't checked it out, but my friends, two of them, said, Pops, it's the bombalicious. The supposedly 300 of those UGs are in a cube. 300 of those UGs are in a cube. The reason I'm putting it out here all morning long like this is there's a lot of people that are interested in this and can't find it. We've had a lot of people ask over the last year or so, hey, do you know where? And I go, no, I don't have anything to do with that. Friend comes along, Pops, I really need help. Let's get rid of these. Okay? And that'll take care of that. And then if there's something that are wonderful, then we will see if we can keep getting more wonderful. But anyways, enough about that. Okay, thanks for letting me do a commercial. I'm really helping a friend out that's in a situation. All right, let's get back to our book. We only have about 10 minutes to go, and then we're going to do 3 giveaways here. 2 from the wheel and 1 from not the wheel. Okay? Penny Peck, no, I don't think so. We were talking about the word being a spellcaster. We're talking about the word being a spellcaster. Okay? We cast different kinds of spells with our word. At the end of the day, my personal goal is to have them be positive spells. I sometimes mess up and, I shoot a negative spell out there or something. Everything in me says, let's go clean up that negative spell you just sent. And I usually do. I'm really good nowadays at, after I've done something that I don't think was appropriate, being okay with going back and telling somebody. You know what I did? I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. And the more you do that practice, the easier that gets too. I've known people that literally had the inability to say they were wrong. We talked about the little girl that was under the spell of being ugly just because one word was said to her. We talked about in my family, we said mean and negative magic words to each other, called each other these things growing up, developed with these as our labels. And we wonder why we come out with issues. Around your home, be really careful about the nicknames you're giving each other. Inside your home, it sounds like, oh, well, it's just our family's inside joke. You have to be really careful. Because it may be a joke to you, and the person that it's about is laughing along, but it's not an inside joke to them. There's inside pain. It's a very real thing. Our family jokes, oh, Joe, that's just, she's used to me calling her Piggy. What? You do not call your sister Piggy. That's an absolutely unacceptable term. You will not call your sister that. Well, if I have to tell you that again, you and I'll have to have a different type of conversation. You can't, what we think they're fun little things. Oh, look at Dum Dum. Oh, look at Dodo. Oh, we do it to each other, to our wives. We do it to our wives. We do it to our husbands. Oh, well, I think you like. Did you ever stop and say, honey, does this turn you on when I call you this? Well, no, not really. Then don't do it. Those are just small examples of these labels we wear. I told you guys this one once before. It's very hurtful. I've worked through it, but I'll share it for one more moment. My brother and myself, sibling rivalry up the yin yang. 2 boys, 4 girls in the house. We didn't have sibling rivalry with my sisters. It was between the 2 of us. My brother, I've told you this before, literally Hollywood handsome good looks. Off the chain. Growing up, he always got the lead in the high school plays. He had more girls than you could. He didn't know what to do with them because he was so innocent. But super handsome boy. Turned out to be man. Today he's like, he could be a male actor. He's a beautiful man. I was super smart. A's in class, great test grades, I asked smart questions, answer questions before. I was the smart kid. My parents said this all the time. All the time. Oh, boy, is Chris smart. And oh, boy, is Tim good looking. Neither of those were bad things for either person to say. Do you know what the little boys heard? You know what the little boys heard? The little boys heard, Tim heard, I'm ugly. I'm not very good looking. Excuse me. Tim heard, I'm dumb. I'm just not as sharp as my brother. I'm a dummy in the family. No one ever said that to him. They just didn't tell him he was smart. My side of it was, I'd look in the mirror and go, oh, God, you'll never be your brother. You're never going to, she's going to never match up to him. Oh, your brother's then, you're the ugly duckling of the family. No one in my family ever once told me I'm an ugly duckling. It's just when they didn't tell me I was okay looking, and they told me I had no problem believing I'm smart. I walked around, I'm the smartest guy. Too smart for your own good. My brother, too good looking for his own good. We have to be so careful. We're negative talking each other without even saying anything. And you grow up with these agreements about yourself. My brother's in the fire department. He can't pass an oral exam to save his life. He's failing all the time. He shows up at oral exam for another promotion. Finally turns to me and goes, Chris, you're really smart. You're good with your words. How could I go, Tim, let's sit down and talk about this. We're in our early 30s. I'm just out of rehab. I go, here's our problem. Remember when you were told you weren't very smart? You still believe it. You're one of the smartest guys I've ever known. You're a curb rat. You're smart. We can get you to pass the next exam in 3 seconds flat. Spent a little bit of time with him. Next examination, Pope Captain, on his way. Because we changed his mind. We changed the agreement. He wasn't dumb. He wasn't just a handsome mustache firefighter. He could run the crew. Ends up being a fire marshal of Orange County. Boy, you must be really it's all about your looks. No. It's all about your agreements with yourself. It's all about the power of the spell. The word can enter our mind and change a whole belief system for better or for worse. I'm going to read this and we're done for today. This is how we should be talking to one another. We should be finding those positive, powerful parts of each other and pointing at those. Moms, have a wonderful weekend. Love you. By hooking our attention. Another example, you may believe you're stupid, and you believe this for as long as you can remember, Brother Tim. Disagreement can be very tricky. It causes you to do a lot of stupid things that ensure you're stupid. Causes you to go to a lot of oral examinations, fail them just to prove to yourself that you're right. You may do something and think to yourself, I wish I was smart. But I must be stupid or I wouldn't have failed. I wouldn't have missed that. I wouldn't have done that. The mind goes in 100 different directions. And we could spend days getting hooked just by one belief in our own stupidity. Then one day, someone hooks your attention and using the word lets you know you're not stupid. I'm not lying to you guys. This is exactly the incident that happened between myself and my brother. He's like 33, I'm 30. I don't know where I got the wisdom to be able to tell my older brother this. But he got a different word. One day, the timing was right. He was fertile for the new thought. And he was ready to hold on to it. He was ready to exercise it. He was ready to change his agreement. One day, somebody gets your attention and lets you know you're not stupid. We're supposed to be getting people's attentions out there, letting them know they're not stupid. And they're not ugly. And they're not depressed. And they're not anxious. You believe what this person says, so you make a new agreement. And as a result, you no longer act stupid. A whole spell is broken just by the power of the word. Conversely, if you believe you're stupid, and someone hooks your attention and says, yeah, you're really one of the dumbest guys I've ever met, that agreement's just going to be reinforced. Be a spell breaker. Be a new spell starter. And you know what? I suggest we start with our own families. There's a lot of spells in our families. It's one of the reasons we don't hang around our natural families as much as we hang around our chosen families. Because of all those weird spells, sibling spells. Give me 5 people that agree with that. And we'll do our giveaways here. You start at home. Be careful what you call each other. It should only be uplifting, kind things at all times. There you guys go. Good job. We have a lot of work to do everywhere, B. Cast positive spells and break the negative ones, eh? Jesus Christ, I got through the whole week without doing that. Okay, here we go. Let's do a giveaway. We're going to power through 2 giveaways. All right, we know Michael Allen. Boop, you got that. Here we go. No, I don't like that. I pushed it down. So, hold on. Well, looks like a Jackie cat to me. Is Jackie here today? I sure hope she is. Is there a Jackie cat in the house? Is there a Jackie cat in the house? Jackie. Miss Jackie. Is there a Jackie cat in the house? Do you see this flat little pancake? See this tiny little pancake? Look at this thing. Look at that guy. Jackie cat. Okay? I saw Jackie earlier. We're going to give it to Jackie. We'll make sure she gets it. We're going to make sure Jackie gets it. Jackie, you've got the first one. Okay? The 5.8er. Next. Why don't we put this one up? How's this one looking? That's the grid from the dehydrator, right? These are some beautiful squats we have. Okay? Beautiful squats. Over a quarter of an ounce, one fella. Okay? What are we gonna do here, Jackie Cat? Oh, whiskey's still there. Whiskey! Whiskers! Whiskey, you're getting this one. Whiskey, you're getting that one. Nice job, Whiskey. 7-1, I'm putting it down right here. Hold on. Whiskey, I need your address. It's been a long time since I've sent Whiskey anything. Been quite a moment since I've sent Whiskey anything. Let's do a final giveaway. That's from the wheel. We did 3 today. Okay? We did Michael Allen, we did Jackie Cat, and we did Whiskey. We're going to do a final giveaway. We're just going to go to the good old easy way for everybody. But before we do, I want to show you guys, just to see if it's worth it. Now, this is one of the ugly guys. There's nothing pretty about it. I have to be honest with you, I wouldn't call that pretty. I don't want to say ugly either, because that's a bad label. But an unfortunate fella. Okay? You got a little bit of breakage on the cap. Less handsome, D. Unique, Nympher, that's good. Unique. Unique. Joshua thinks he has character. There's Jackie. I knew she was here. Benny's saying it's still beautiful. Let's give that one away. Is that pretty close to half an ounce right there, Nerdy? Let's give that away. Jackie's already in the lab today. That's our final one for Friday. Let's give that one away for Friday. Here we go. Numbers 1 through 50, go. You can say up to 3 of them at one time on one line. Go. What do you think the number is? What do you think that number is? Waiting, let's see. Go on all the way back. Here it is. DBS coins. DBS coins with the 21. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Before that, Danny Singleton had the 21. Danny Singleton. 21. 21 to Danny. And we're sending him that fella. Danny Singleton. Danny, I need your address. And we're going to send you that week-ending monster. There were some other 21s real close coming in. But Danny Singleton. Congratulations, my friend. That's a really nice shroom. We have a couple of pounds of those. So we got sugar cubes dropped off by Elvis. Okay? There's not very many of them. Grab them while they're there. Sugar cubes from Elvis. And we have some squiddy squats from Squatland. Would you guys go have a wonderful weekend? I love you. And seriously had a great week. Got a lot of teaching in this week. We covered a lot of ground with our Mycology 101 class. We moved along pretty good in our fourth agreement book. There's a lot of progress. And birthdays. We'll get a birthday list, and starting next week, we'll start sending some birthday presents out. Okay? You guys go have a wonderful weekend. Scroll each other out of here. And we'll see you guys same much time, same much channel on Monday. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! Alrighty. Ghastly and Pooty and Cleany and Nerdy and DBS. Hey, Mama, that's exactly what it is. She's perfectly imperfect. That was a girl shroom, by the way. Cobalt, Satterwolf, CCS. Elvis is leaving the building. Cobalt and Kyle and Slingy and Kimberly. Put one of those in your snowball and you can break a wind. You don't even need a snowball, just throw it straight. Cleany, Nippy, Ava, Shy. Thank you, Shy. Pennypack, Satter, Hemp Toad, Jonathan K, R&R, City, Kimberly, the free guy, Sling and Satterwolf and Happy Dirt Dude, D. Anderson, love you, big guy. Billy D, I'm glad to see you back. Juan Tiller, adios. Grady and Cobalt and Free and Jesus Christ. Jonathan K and Sharon and Daniel Cunningham. There's Pretty Jolie, Shy and Satter and Michael, Shanti Patterson, Niffy, Crystal and Cleany and Nerdy and JC and Justin. It's okay, I met Rosie. Deborah, you're a pearl. Penny, caw pack. Kyle Brown and Herbie One Canerby. Hags, I love you. Nerdy, Mono Nonga, Joshua Lytle, Ghastly. Choop and Droopy, Choopy Doop and Choop and Droop. Shy and DBS Coins and JC and Niffy and File 13. Boop! And Marky Z and Evan McHugh and Anthony Hunt and Pidgey Page and Jesus Christ and Daniel. Whiskey, we love whiskey. Married Michael, Two Hawks. Caw. Lauren, have a divine day. Ghastly, 5280 all day. Michael Brown, all the way downtown. Mr. Phillips, Jimmy Max, Crystal Watson. Shy is not an introvert. Shoopy, B. Hendricks, Satter's File, Two Hawks. They could be doves, we're not sure. Satter and Bud and Cleany and Whiskey and DBS and Michael and JC and Satter and Danny all day. R&R, hey, Mama. Tiffany, there you are. Toucan, Waz, Satter. That was creepy, Mama, sorry. Pooty Smack, Shy, Married Michael, B. Hendricks, R&R, Pops, Peace. Ouch.